Herriman, I'm Jared Esselman, and I'm running for mayor. And here I am with James Young, owner of Bout. Now, James, when did you open Bout in Herriman?
It opened in October of 2011.
October of 2011, so you've been here a while.
I've lived in Herriman for 20 years.
20 years. So you've seen a lot of growth and a lot of changes in Herriman.
I have.
So I appreciate your business, you and your business supporting the Esselman campaign. Why is this campaign, why is this election important to you and your business?
I really want the governor to be accountable to the voters. And it's important that our mayor has the authority and the ability to enact things, enact policy, and make things happen here that in the past we haven't had the ability to do. And so I think it's really important that we start looking towards the future, because we are going to be a big city in Utah. And it's important that we act like a big city.
So you and I have talked about executive leadership and needing an executive mayor.
Yeah.
Why is that skill set and that executive experience important to you as a small business owner?
Well, it's important because you are going to be dealing with a lot of people in government, and there's a lot of dollars that are going around. There's a lot of opportunities to make good decisions and bad decisions. And I know it's important to have had the experience where you're dealing with executives that are dealing on that scale. That always matters, because if you pull someone into that position that has never dealt on that scale, it can be daunting, it can be hard to deal with, and frankly, they can sometimes get ran over. And so it's important that we have somebody who has a skill set that can actually stand up to those people and the pressures of that and make sure they're making the right decision in the end for the city.
As a small business owner and resident in Herriman, what, if you could name one thing that you absolutely want to see in the mayor's office, what would that be?
I want to see a mayor that has truly got the authority over the city as a whole. We have our own police force now. We have a huge public works now. There's a huge tax base. We need more businesses to come into this city. So we need a mayor that actually is accountable to the people and actually has the ability to make the decisions that will affect us in our everyday lives. And it's important that that mayor has that authority. Otherwise, it gets lost in the shuffle, in my opinion, and things get missed, especially as we get bigger, and that pot of dollars gets bigger and bigger in the city. It's important that we have somebody that actually has to go in front of the voters and say, here's why I'm spending your money and what I'm doing with it. And that's very important to me.
So you mentioned the dollars and the money, and it's a large budget, a fairly large budget.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
What does it mean to you to have someone who's experienced managing that size of budget?
It means a lot to me because again, it's not like managing your own checkbook, right? You're talking about dollars that are coming in, and the numbers and the zeros just get bigger and bigger. But where you put those dollars, whether it's in law enforcement or your public works or your infrastructure as a city, it matters. And that person has to be able to look at those things and make the decision as to where that should go, and do it with some sort of background and knowledge of putting things and allotting them in areas they need to go, and not wasting it on things that aren't nearly as important.
So last question for you. Okay, so if I come in, for all the people watching, if I come into Bout for the first time, what should I order?
Ooh, that's a good question. Our Monte Cristo, we're kind of famous for that. That's one our Chubby Milk's another one that we're very famous for. Those are actually trademarked names.
Oh, trademarked food right here.
Very popular. The food's good here, and we love the community here. They've been so good to us over the years, and we just hope to keep serving them.
Okay. So last thing, can I get an Esselman for Herriman?
Esselman for Herriman.